to make sure that we can run this and that on the and you look at it and say this is contrary to the ethics of scriptures. Listen, suffering for Christ now is not until they bring knife to your neck and say I will not deny him. It is also when they put dollars in your front and say I will not deny him. One of the major strategy of the devil against the church, and I'm going to get into systems today, is something called political correctness. Is Jesus the only way to turn? Is up to God? Nonsense. He is. Yes. It is either yes or no. What's your opinion about LGBTQ plus blah 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 blah? Say, well, you see, I really don't know. Nonsense. The Bible has a stand. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Yes, sir. There is a stand. Huh? Yes, sir. There is the what? Yes, stand. The Bible said for these gospels, nations will hate you for my name's sake. It brings hatred because there's a stand. The world is confused now. By themselves, they are confused. So if you say you identify as a cat, or a male says that I identify as a female, and you say it's correct, then I identify as an American, give me visa. Then you say no, my identity is not correct. How is that other one correct? You say look at you, you're a black man. I said I am not. Huh? Are you following what I'm saying here? Say no, you are not a boy, you are anything you choose to be. Okay, I am Donald Trump. Okay, no, you can't be that. If I can be a girl, I can be this. The devil is a liar. But thank God the issue during the Olympics of the Algerian boxer was later found to be false. But what could we have said? That men will now go and shave and get some silicone implant in their breasts and face girls and blow their teeth out and get all the gold. Let me tell you, this thing is violence against women. It is. One blow, sir. One blow. Somebody's ex-husband is somebody else's wife now. My God. My God. My God. Let me come again. Somebody's ex-husband is another person's wife or somebody's mommy. Your daddy now has breasts and buttock, and somebody is calling your daddy. Say yes, darling. What is the fate of those children? How will they cope? You know, I said something. I was dragged all over social media. Actually, let me tell you, we have to understand what we are doing. It deserves dragging. I'm not sure I want to get into that now. I don't want to get into that now. It used to be hidden, but now it is glaring. Meaning that we're all in that environment and the temperature was rising. Now it is hot. Will you be boiled or you will jump out? Jesus is Lord. As simple as that is, it will amaze you how many Christians will argue. That's how far we've gone. Now, still that Matthew chapter number 16. Peter answered, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answered and said to him, blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, For flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. And I say unto you that you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell will not what? Prevail. The what? The gates of hell will not what? Prevail. The what? Gates of will not. Now if you read that, sorry please, and when you read about that, you may feel the gate of hell just talks about hell as a place, the gate, and no, that's not what the Bible is talking about. I want to show you something in Proverbs chapter number 31. Proverbs chapter number 31, and I need you to pay very important attention. Give me a moment. If you're there, say amen. Now look at it. Proverbs 31. Let's start the reading from verse 22 and 23. 22 and 23. Now, talking about the Proverbs 31 woman. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Yes. Her husband is known where? In the gates, when he's seated amongst the elders. So the gate is where legislation takes place. So for instance, when Naboth was going to be killed, Jezebel sent the letter to the elders at the gate. We are not talking about gates of bars of iron. We are talking about forces that makes decisions. So it means that Jesus is saying, I will build my church, and no decision made against the church by princes over territories will prevail, but that gates will fight is already established. Any Christianity that you practice doesn't get confrontation. You have not done it enough. When you do it enough, it will be fought. You'll be confronted. You'll be hated. Don't try to fit in. Stand out. Don't try to be politically correct. Do what? Stand out. You run a startup. They're asking you, well, we are ready to mobilize these funds for your organization, and so you guys are just going to make sure that we can run this and that on you. And you look at it and say, this is contrary to the ethics of scriptures. Listen, suffering for Christ now is not until they bring knife to your neck and say, I will not deny him. It is also when they put dollars in your front and say, I will not deny him. Are you hearing me? Real dollars. Have you ever rejected that kind of money? Rejected many of us. Strange offers. I will not tell you stuffs because media will just pick that one. It will shock you. I'm telling you. You're singing nice songs. Your song has what it takes to eat the market. Right, left, and center. But remove the mention of Jesus from it. It is still a Christian song, but don't call that name inside that song. And see how we promote you. Your next music video will be in Dubai. You do a part in Dubai, in South Africa, then we're going to wrap up in London. And I said we're going to. The guy looked at us and said, I've suffered though. I've suffered in this life. You have suffered. You don't know anything about suffering for Christ. In this kingdom, it is godliness plus contentment. Great gain. Listen to what I'm saying. There is a place of what? Contentment. Oh Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer you in this matter. The God that we serve is able to deliver us from you and your fiery furnace. And guess what? Even if it does not show up, we still will not know. Meaning that we won't make conclusion that because God is not showing up, it doesn't exist. Our knowledge of him is deeper than his ability to show up. Because there are things you will say no to, and the reward will not come instantly.